Fine. Good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. Warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. So now we are studying about chapter 11. Isn't it? So what's the title of our chapter? So now we are studying about chapter 11. So what's the title of our chapter? Functions, isn't it? So in this chapter we have studied about lot of functions. So before I am going to start about today's portion, just recall what are the things I have taught at the last class or the last week class. Okay, so what are things you have studied? Just recall. So totally there are two types of functions you have studied, isn't it? So what are the two types of functions? Built-in functions as well as user-defined function, isn't it? So now we are studying about built-in functions. So what's the first header file you have studied in this chapter? stdio.h. So what's the use of stdio.h? Standard input and output. Okay. So all the input and output operations will be coming under which header file? stdio.h. Isn't it? So what are things you have studied under stdio.h? Gets of function, puts of, then get character of, put character of. What's the use of that one? So that will get the input from the keyboard or any input device, whatever things you are typing from the keyboard it will get and it will give us a proper output, isn't it? So next thing you have studied about ctype.h. So what's the use of ctype.h header file? That is based on character, isn't it? So that is char, what I mean alphabet, that is char A, B, C, D or digits, that kind of things will be coming under that is ctype.h, character type.h, isn't it? So in ctype.h, what's the first header file, first function, what's the first command or what's the first function you have studied? Is alpha num. What's the use of is alpha num? So it will check whether the given character is alphabet or numeric, alphabets or numbers or not, isn't it? So today we are going to study about second function. So this function will also come under which type? ctype.h. Okay. So what's the use of this is alpha means? Mainly used to check whether the given character is alphabet or not. Okay, so what's the use means you are giving lot of things as a input. So if you are giving this function in the program means this function will check whether your entered character is alphabet, that is alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that is alphabet or not. That's the use of is alpha. Understood? Very important things this and all. So what's the use of is alpha? It is used to check whether the given input or the given character is a alphabet, A, B, C, D alphabet or not. Okay. So if it is a alphabet means it will give 1 as a output. Understood? If it is alphabet means it will give 1 as a output. So if it is not a alphabet means it will give 0 as a output. Understood? Okay. So what's the general syntax for giving this function means this one. Okay. Is alpha of this one, character of C. Okay. So what's the general format? Is alpha of character of C. So in the place of character of C, you should enter the things, alphabet or numbers or anything. Okay. So if you are whatever things you are giving inside this function will check whether the given thing is particular, belongs to particular thing or not. Okay. Listen. So one example they have given. So if it is alphabet means it will return 1 as an answer. Understood? Always the functions will return Boolean values. What are the Boolean values you have studied? 1 and 0. 1 means true and 0 means false. Okay. So if it is answer is true means it will give 1 as output and it is false means it will give 0 as an output. Okay. So listen. So what's the function they are giving? Is alpha of character of C. See the example. So they have given int n equal to is alpha of 3. Just think and say what's the use of is alpha function? You will check whether the given input is alphabet or not, but you are giving numbers, you are passing some number inside the function is alpha. Whether what answer you will get? You will get answer as a 0. Why? Because is alpha function means you should pass some character, isn't it? That is alphabet. But here you are passing numbers. That's wrong. So you will get 0 as the answer. Understood? See the second one. See out is alpha of A. So what output you will get? 1. Why? So here it is a character. So answer you are getting as a 1. Understood? What's the use of is alpha? Okay. So for that one example program they have given. So what are the header files you need to include? First one is IOStream common header file. Then what's the use of IOStream? To use cin and cout. Then stdio.h. What do you mean by stdio.h? Standard input and output. So what are the standard input and output functions you have studied? Gets of, puts of, get character of, put character of, isn't it? So if you in the program, if you are going to use gets of, puts of, get character, put character, if the functions and all you are going to use inside the program means you should include which header file? stdio.h. So in this program you are going to implement that one. So you are giving which header file? stdio.h. Okay. Yes. Then third one is ctype.h. Why? So in this program you are going to check the character functions. Okay. So character functions, which header file you need to give? ctype.h. Understood? Why you are giving 3 header files and what's the use of 3 header files? Understood? Okay. So what's the next line? Using namespace std. Then you are giving main of function. Okay. So inside the main of function, so first you are declaring a variable called ch. Okay. So what's the name of the variable? ch. So it's of data type character because you are going to check a given thing is alphabet or not. So which data type it's required? Character. Understood? Okay. Then so in the output cout you have given one line, enter a character. Okay. So here you are going to enter input inside the cout, that is cout you are giving enter a character. Here you are going to enter a character from the output screen. Okay. So input character you have entered. What's the next thing? You need to get the input from the input devices, isn't it? So for which variable you are assigning? First you have assigned a variable called ch. Okay. So what function need to be given to get the character? What function you need to write to get the character from the keyboard? Get character of. Okay. So ch equal to get character of. Understood? Next in the cout you are giving in the output screen the return value of is alpha of ch. You are entering the character here in which variable? In which variable you are entering the character? ch. So you are that where now the entering thing is given in the variable ch. So you are going to check the variable is alphabet or not. So which function is alpha of ch. Okay. Now you are going to run the program. So what output you will get? First enter a character. In that place you are entering a character as a. So what's the use of this function? If I entered character is alphabet means you will get as a value 1, otherwise 0. So now you are entering a alphabet. So what output you will get? The return value of is alpha is 1. So if alphabet means it will give true value, that is 1, otherwise 0. Next enter character. See next they are entering the character 7. Whether this is a character? No. So what output you will get? Return value of is alpha is 0. Understood? Understood this program? Okay. Second function is digit of. Okay. So what's the second thing? Is digit of. So what's the use of is digit of function means? This function is mainly used to check whether given character is a digit or not. Yes. So what's the use of is digit of function? This function is mainly used to check whether the given input is a number or not. Okay. So if it is a digit or number means it will return 1 as the output. Understood? Whatever things you are giving. So in the input if you are giving entering the input as a number or digit means if you will get an answer as a 1, otherwise 0. Understood? Okay. So this is the general syntax. So what's the general syntax for is alpha? Is alpha of character C. Same thing. General format of digit means is digit of character C. Okay. So listen. So inside the program we are going to write one example program. What's the first line? Hash include IOStream. Then what are the things? So you are going to use character function. So which header file you need to include? ctype.h. Okay. Then using namespace std. Then main of function. Okay. Next thing. So you are going to declare a variable. What's the variable name? ch. Character of ch. Okay. Next in the output screen you are going to enter a character. So enter a character. Okay. So next output screen you are entering a character. Now you need to get the input. So if to input which thing you need to use? Cin. So which variable you are going to enter? ch. So cin of ch. Okay. Next one. In the output again the return value of is digit. So here only you are giving the function. So here only you are going to check whether the entering number is a digit or not. Okay. So the return value of is digit. Okay, the return value of is digit of which variable you are entering? CH. So the return value of is digit of CH is, so which one you need to display? This function. So what are things you are entering inside the function? That function you need to display. Okay, so is digit of CH. Understood? Okay. So listen, see the output. So here, first what output you will get? Enter a character. So here you are entering character. Okay. So the first they are entering the characters 3. Okay. What output? What's the next line? The return value of is digit of CH is. So whether you will get the answer 1 or 0? 1. Why? Because you are entering character is 3. Digit means you will get as answer 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So see the output 2. So here enter a character, there you are entering the character as a A. But is digit of always it will check whether the given character is a digit, that is numbers only. If it is a numbers means only you will get this answer 1, otherwise 0. So what answer you will get to entering a character A means 0. Understood? Okay. So next function is lower of. Okay, so what's the use of is lower of means? This function is mainly used to check whether your given character is in lower case, that is small letters. So for example, you are entering some words. Okay, so this function is used to check whether the entering words in small letters or not. Okay, so if the given function or given word is a small letter means you will get as answer is 1. Otherwise, for example, you are entering some word computer science. Take one example, computer science. So if that word is in small letter means you will get a output as 1. The same word you have typed as in a capital letter means you will get as output as 0. Understood what's the use of is lower of function? This function is mainly used to check whether the given entering character is in small letters or not. Understood? So if it is small letter means you will get as answer 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So this is the general syntax. What is, which function is lower of? The syntax is same, only the function will be getting different. Okay. So what's the general syntax? Is lower of, so inside character of C. Okay. So when you will get the answer 1, so if it is a entering character is a lower small letter, you will get as answer 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So after executing, so you will get that if your entering character small letter means 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So say example they have given. So char ch equal to n. Okay. So here they are giving one variable called small letter n. Next, you are assigning to the data type int n equal to is lower of ch. Okay. So now this is a lower case means you will get as answer 1, otherwise 0. Whether this is in a lower case? No. So you will get as answer 0. Understood? Okay. So next one is upper of. Okay. So what's the use of upper of function means just opposite to is lower of function. Okay. So this is upper of function is mainly used to check whether the given character is in uppercase or not. Lower means if it will check whether the given character is in lower case, that is small letters or not. Uppercase means just opposite. So it is mainly used to check whether your entering character is in alphabet, that means capital letter or not. Okay. So if it is a entering letter word is a capital letter means you will get an answer as a 1, otherwise you will get an answer as a 0. Understood? Okay. So what's the function? What's the general syntax? This one is upper of, so you are entering character. Okay. So see the example. Here they are giving int n equal to is upper of a. So what answer you will get as output? Int n is equal to is upper of k 1. Why? Because it is in capital letter. Next one, int m equal to is upper of a. What output you will get? 0. Why? Because the entering letters in a small letter, but you have mentioned is a is upper of. Understood the difference between is lower and is upper? Okay. So next function is to upper of. Okay. To upper. To upper means this function to upper, to lower, this and all mainly used to convert from one thing to next thing. So name itself having to upper. So this function is mainly used to convert from the lowercase letter to the uppercase letters. Understood? You are entering some words. Sometimes the words you are entered in a small letter means automatically it will convert the small letters into a capital letters. Understood what's the use? Already you are entering letters in a capital letter means no problem. As it is, it will display. Sometimes you are entering a letter in a small letter, but you are giving the function as a to upper means automatically it will convert to the small letters. Sorry, capital letters. Understood? Okay. See the general syntax. So what's the general form? Character of then function. What's the function? To upper of. Inside you need to enter some thing character. Okay. So here in that example they are giving C character C of 2 upper of K. So whether it is a small letter or capital letter, small letter. So automatically it will convert the small letter to capital letter. So next example see, already they have given in a capital letter 2 upper of B. So whether any need to convert this into a capital letter? No. Already it is defined in a capital letter means no problem. As it is you will get as a output. Understood? Okay. So next one is a 2 lower of. Okay. So what's the use of 2 lower of function means? This function is mainly used to convert the given character into a lower case. Okay. Mainly it is used to convert the given character into a lower case. That means already you are entering some words. So that words may be in capital letter. So this function is mainly used to convert the given words into a small letters. Just opposite to 2 upper of function. 2 upper means it will convert a given character into a upper case. That means capital letter. But here it will convert the given things into a small letters. Understood? Okay. So this is the general syntax. See. So what's the general syntax? Character 2 lower of character of C. Okay. So next example they are given C. Character C equal to 2 lower of K. So what letter they have given? They have mentioned here as a capital letter. So, but you are giving function is 2 lower. So automatically it will convert the capital letter into a small letter K. Understood? See the next example. They are giving C out 2 lower of B. So already it is giving in small letter. So no need to convert. As it is you will get as out. Understood? Okay. So next one is a string manipulation, that is string.h. What's the next header file? String.h. Till now we have studied about character functions, that is C-type.h. Characters, that is entering characters a small letter or capital letter or number or converting from small letter to capital letter. So now we are going to study about strings. So what do you mean by strings? Collection of words we are calling as a strings. So what do you mean by strings? Collection of words we are calling as a strings. For example, A, B, C, D, this and all called characters. Same thing, a word we are calling as a strings. Okay. So, all the strings are default stored in an array of characters. That is, array of character means collection of characters. A, B, C, D, this and all called as characters. A collection, a combination of all the alphabets will give collection of characters called words or string. Okay. So, all the strings are stored in a form of characters or collection of characters. Okay. So what header file you need to include if you are using string mean string.h. Okay. Which header file you need to use to include the string function? String.h. Okay. Listen. So under that first header file, first function is strcpy. Okay. So what's the first function under this one? strcpy. So what's this is a general syntax. Listen, strcpy means string copy. Okay, you are going to copy the strings. Okay, strcpy means what? String copy. You are going to copy the string. Okay. So listen. So this is a general form. strcpy of target string comma source string. This syntax are very important. As it is you should write. Then only you will get full mark. Okay. So strcpy target string comma source string. So what's the meaning means? So this function strcpy function will take 2 arguments. What do you mean by arguments? Inside you are passing target string, comma source string. This one we are calling as an argument. Okay. This strcpy function will take how many arguments? 2 arguments. Okay. So what's the first argument? Target string. What's the second argument? Source string. Okay. So what's the thing means? It will copy. So you are going to enter 2 strings here. Okay. You are going to enter 2 words or 2 strings here. What's the string mean? What the thing means? You are going to enter some strings or some words in a source string. Automatically, whatever things you are entering in the source string, automatically it will copy to the target string. Understood? Whatever thing you are giving in the source string, automatically it will copy to the target string and it will store in the memory location. Understood? Okay. So, here the strings at the whatever thing you are entered, the last character is a null character, null terminating character. What do you mean by this? Important 1 mark question. What's the identify the null terminating character? So what's the null terminating character? \0. That means for example you are entering one word. Okay, you are entering one word. So whatever words you are entering at last automatically the computer will add \0 at the end. That is called null terminating character. Okay, so here also if you are entering some word, this null terminating character will also copy to the target string. Understood? What's the use of strcpy? So strcpy is mainly used to copy the strings. That means whatever string you are entering in the source, from that source string is automatically copied to target string. Understood? So very important question this and all. So this strcpy will take how many arguments? 2 arguments. What are they? Target string and source string. So things you are entering in the source string is automatically copied to target string default. At the end of the string, null terminating character will be there. What's a null terminating character? \0. That also will copy to the target string. Understood? Okay. See the example program, then you will get understand. So what's the first header file? Hash include iostream. So here you are going to use which function? String function. If you need to use string function means which header file you need to include? Which header file? string.h. So what's the header file name? Hash include string.h. Understood? So based on your wish, which functions you are using, based on that which header file is needed, that header file you need to include. Okay. So what's the next line? Using namespace std. Next one is main of function. Okay. So listen, first itself I said, so here the string manipulation function or string is a array of characters. That is a collection of characters. Okay. Always you should define this the strings or words in an array. Okay. So this symbol is called as arrays. Next chapter you are going to study detailed about arrays. So this is called arrays. This symbol, that is opening and closing bracket, we are called as an array. Okay. Strings always you need to give inside via arrays. Okay. So string is of data type which one? Character. So character, first you are giving, so how many arguments are there in this function? 2. What are they? Source as well as target. Okay. So source. Okay. Character source, you are going to store the word or string, whatever words you are entering, you are going to store that words or string in this array. What's the name of the array? Source. Understood? In the place of source, which one we are entering as a input? A word called computer science. Okay. So next one is, listen, next you are giving second argument. What's the second argument? Target of. Okay. So target of 20. What's the meaning? Means this array can hold 20 characters. Understood? What's the meaning of this one? What's the name of this array? Target. Okay. So target of they have given 20. So what's the meaning? Means this array can hold, or this array will copy 20. This array can able to copy till 20 characters. Understood? But they have given a word called what? Target. Okay. So yes, listen. Next in Cout, that is output screen, they are giving string in source before copied. That is before you are copied, what output? So the source string you are giving in which word? So source you are entering in a which input, which variable you are giving for source? Source. That variable you need to call here. Next one is a target. So string in target before copied. The before copied, what output you will get? So before the target will be giving in the variable target. So you should call the variable target. Okay. So to string copy, which function you need to give? strcpy. Okay. So strcpy. So what are the two things? What's the format? Target, comma, source. Okay. Then listen, in the output they have given string in target after copying function. Okay. So already I said whatever things you are given in the source, automatically it will copy to the which string? Target. Okay. So which one you need to print now after copying? Which one? Target. Then return 0. See the output. What output you will get? String in source before copy. Okay. So string in source before copy, that is source. The source already you have entered which word? Computer science. So that you will get as the output. Next, string in target before copy. So target, what you are entering the word called target. Listen, after only you are giving function. Next you are giving string in target after strcpy function. So which one you are going to print? Target. But this function, what's the use of this function? Whatever string you are entering in the source, it will automatically copy to the target. So what string you are entering in the source? Computer science. So that word will be copied to which one? The target. So what output you will get? Computer science. Understood what's the use of strcpy? Understood or not? strcpy means string copy. So there two arguments are there. target, source as well as target. What are things you are entering into the typing in the source, that is automatically copied to target string. Okay, yes. Understood? So next function is strlenv. Very important question. strlenv. So what's the meaning of this one? Is string length. Okay, this function is mainly used to calculate the length of the given string. Okay, so it will always calculate the length of the given string. Already I said strings mean computer automatically it will allocate \0 at the end of the words, isn't it? But this, while the calculating the length, this function will not take that \0 that or otherwise this function will not count that \0 at the end of the word. Understood? So what's the use of strlen function? Mainly used to find the length of the given string. Okay, so it will take input as a particular string and it will return how many words are there. Okay, so each and every strings have lost characters \0, but it will not count the \0 at the length. Okay, so this is a general syntax. What's the general syntax? strlen of string. Okay, what's the general syntax? strlen of string. Okay, so what's the first header file? Hash include str, that is iostream.h. So here you are going to use which function? String function. So which header file you need to include? String.h. Okay, string.h. So what's the third line? Using namespace std. Okay, next you are going to write the main of function. Okay, so inside the main of function you are writing. So always the strings needs to be stored in where? Arrays. Okay, so always you should give first one which one? Array. Okay, for that you are declaring a variable called which one? Source. So what's the data type for source? Character. Okay, so what's the symbol for arrays? This square bracket. Okay, so inside the source you are giving input variable as computer science. Understood? Inside the source you are giving which word? As a computer science as a input. Okay, then in the output screen, see out you are giving given string is. So the given string is you are stored in the word which one? Source. Okay, then so given word you are getting, next you are going to calculate the length. So its length is, given string is stored in the variable source. Next you are going to calculate length. To find the length, which function you need to use? strlen. Understood? Already you have entered the word. So already you have entered the string in the variable source. So now you need to call which function? strlen. So now the input word is given in which one? Source. So you should call strlen of source. Understood? Okay. So what's the use of this strlen function? Mainly used to find the length of the given word. That means it will count how many words are there in the given input. Okay, so the next line is 0. Listen, so what output you will get? The given string is, okay, the given string is what string you are going to enter? Computer science. Okay, so its length is, so count it, how many words it will be there? Totally 16 letters are there. Understood what's the use of strlen? Very, very important question. Okay, so next one is strcmp. Okay, so strcmp is similar to the strcpy, string copy. Okay, so here also it will take 2 arguments. Okay, so here also it will take how many arguments? 2 arguments. What are they? String 1 and string 2. So cmp, what's the meaning? strcpy means string copy. strcmp means string compare. Okay, so it will compare both the strings. So to compare means how many strings you need? If you are going to compare numbers, means how many numbers you need to compare? 2. Likewise, if you are going to compare 2 words or 2 strings, means how many strings you need? 2 strings. Okay, so that 2 strings they are taken as a string 1 and string 2. String, how it will compare? Lexicographically. Lexicographically means each word by word it will compare. For example, computer and computer. What it will? 2 words are equal. Computer, one word is computer, second word is science. So it is not equal. Okay. So this is the general format. Listen. So str. So this is wrong. Not strcpy. In your book also strcmp. Okay. Not strcpy. This is printing mistake. strcmp. Okay. strcmp of string 1 comma string 2. Okay, so what are the how it will work mean? So it will return a positive value. How when it will return a positive value means, for example, two string computer and science. Okay, two strings are there, so it will compare C and yes, so each word by word it will compare. Okay, so first word is greater than the second word mean you will get a positive value as output. First letter is differing, that is less than the second one means you will get a negative. If both the strings are equal means you will get a 0 as an answer. Positive, negative answer. When you will get a positive, first differing, that is string one is, that is lengthy word than the second one means you will get positive value. When you will get negative value, first is differing, first character is differing from the second one means you will get a negative. Both the strings are equal means you will get 0. Okay, see the example program. First one is which header file IOStream, then which header file string.h, then using namespace main. Listen, so how many strings you need? 2. What are the string 1 and string 2? In the place of string 1 you are giving the word array with the word computer, and the second string you are giving science. Okay, so next after compare you will need to store in some variable. For that they are giving in result. Okay, so result equal to which function? strcmp of string 1 comma string 2. So you are going to compare these two letters or two words. Okay, so for that condition they are giving. So 3 conditions already you have studied. What are they? If result double equal to 0 means, when you will get a result double equal to 0, if both the strings are same means, that is they are giving. See, string 1 and string 2, that is both the strings are 0 equal means you will get as answer or equal, that is 0. If the string is less than 0 means you will get answer as not equal, that means it will compare each word by word. So if it is equal means you will get an answer equal, otherwise not equal. Okay, so that's the use of CST on CMP. It will compare each string by string. See, so here what output you will get? String 1 and string computer, and string 2 is science. So whether both the things are equal? No. So you will get this output is not equal. Understood? Okay, so today you have studied some functions in, that is character functions. Okay, very important questions. So please study thorough. After completion of this portion, please study thorough each header files and functions comment. Okay, remaining can continue next class. Thank you, students.